Hello, Dr. Joe here of the AskDrJoe.org and the 2020from.com. So, 7 common medications that can ruin your liver. That is the subject of today's video. Now, we're going to be diving in shortly. However, I just want to say that in the course of this presentation, I am going to be sharing with you an important piece of information. And this important piece of information has to do with why some people's liver, like yours, are more prone to damage by these medications than others. That will be coming up in the course of this presentation. You need to understand why this happens. So, before then though, let's just dive straight into the presentation. Okay, so 7 common medications that ruin your liver. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to say in this very presentation, because some medications that you are using or even food supplements that you're using may be on this very list. So please stick around. So medication number 1 that can hurt your liver is acetaminophen. Okay, acetaminophen. It goes by the brand name Tylenol, paracetamol, and Panadol. There are other brands out there. You can actually find acetaminophen in Excedrin and NyQuil and other preparations as well. Now, here is some shocking statistics for you. 50% of acute liver failure in the US is caused by acetaminophen, by Tylenol. Yes, you won't believe that, would you? And that's not all. 20% of liver transplant cases are due to Tylenol use. So, it may appear innocent, but it can really hurt your liver badly. Liver transplant we're talking about here, that is serious. Now, the usual cause of the liver problems with Tylenol use, paracetamol use, or Panadol use is because of overdose. However, you should be aware that repeated normal doses can still hurt your liver. Okay, let me repeat that for emphasis. Repeated normal doses can still hurt your liver, and also slightly excessive doses too. So you don't have to go overboard for Tylenol or paracetamol to hurt your liver. And if you're someone who uses alcohol, you want to be very careful with using Tylenol or paracetamol. So what is medication number 2? Medication number 2 that can hurt your liver are the statins. The statins, very popular, prescribed worldwide for cholesterol reduction, but they can hurt your liver. And the incidence of statins hurting patients' liver is 1%. That is, 1 in 100 patients using statins will have problems with their liver. So much so that some patients have been advised by their doctors to stop using statins because of liver injury. So statins may appear innocent as well, but they are not to be messed with. And the worst culprits are simvastatin and atorvastatin. What about medication number 3? Now, medication number 3, or should I say food supplement number 3 that can hurt your liver, is niacin, also called vitamin B3. So we need vitamin B3 in our lives. Yes, we do. Because niacin actually turns food into energy for us. So we need it. But my advice is that you should get your niacin from your diet. That is the best way to get your niacin. And it is safer too. Now, if you choose to use supplements, if you want to use niacin supplements, well, short-term use is fine. But you should be aware that long-term use is fraught with the risk of liver damage, okay? This is something that you have to have at the back of your mind if you plan to use niacin supplement in the long term. And if you are going to use niacin supplement in the long term, you should let your doctor know, because he may need to regularly monitor your liver function. And now, medication number 4. Medication number 4 that can hurt your liver is methotrexate. What do we use methotrexate for? Well, we use it to treat severe psoriasis, which is a skin condition. We also use methotrexate to manage rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune condition, and also some cancers too. So, well, it is quite useful for those conditions. However, I describe methotrexate as a silent liver destroyer. That is what it is. a silent liver destroyer. Why do I say that? Well, it's because methotrexate quietly causes scarring of your liver, which ultimately will result in what we call liver cirrhosis. And that is bad news. Liver cirrhosis is bad news. Now, if you are on methotrexate, you should be having regular liver function tests. It is mandatory that you do that to monitor the health of your liver.
Now, let's jump to medication number 5.
Medication number 5 that can ruin your liver is ketoconazole. What do we use it for? Well, we use ketoconazole to treat athlete's foot. We use it to treat thrush. We also use ketoconazole to treat oral thrush as well as ringworm. But do not be fooled, because ketoconazole can cause severe liver injury. Okay, it can cause severe liver injury. And I describe ketoconazole as the worst antifungal out there, so much so that it's been banned by the European Medicines Agency and some African countries as well. It also goes by the brand name Nizoral and Extina.
So, what is medication number 6?
Medication number 6 that can hurt your liver is amiodarone. What do we use amiodarone for? Well, we use it to manage abnormal heart rhythms like atrial fibrillation, also called AF or AFib. But amiodarone does cause liver damage in 1 to 2% of users. So 2 out of 100 people using amiodarone could have significant liver damage. So much so that liver failure requiring liver transplant have been reported in the literature regarding amiodarone use. So it's one medication not to be messed with.
Now, here is something you should know. The over-the-counter medications that you pick up from the shops, you know, the Tylenol, the paracetamol, the Panadol, the NyQuil, the Excedrin, the Sudafed, the Robitussin, they all have to be broken down by the liver. That is the liver's job. And of course, that includes prescription medications as well. They all have to be broken down by the liver. That process is called detoxification, okay? Detoxification. So the question then arises as to why some people's liver are more prone to damage by these medications than other people. Now, the answer to that question has to do with that process of detoxification. How does that relate? Well, here is how it works. Some people's liver are very quick acting. They are fast acting. They'll break down these medications very quickly, get rid of them. Other people's livers are really slow acting. They take their time to do the job, and the medication does hang around a lot more in the liver. So it then begs the question, which of those livers is more prone to damage by these medications? Well, the answer to that question is the slow-acting livers. Those are the ones that are more prone to damage by these medications because the medication hangs around there a lot longer, and that means the liver is more prone to damage. So the slower the liver does that job of detoxification, the higher the risk of damage by medications that that person is taking. And now that you are armed with that piece of information, very important that you should know that, let's move on to medication number 7.
Medication number 7 that can hurt your liver is methyldopa. Now, methyldopa goes by the brand name Aldomet. And what do we use it for? We use methyldopa or Aldomet to manage high blood pressure, but it can cause significant liver injury in 5 to 35% of users. That's pretty high. 5 to 35 people using methyldopa will have liver injury. And the clinical picture we see with methyldopa use as far as liver damage is concerned is similar to what we see in acute viral hepatitis, meaning it can be severe and it can be fatal as well. So methyldopa is one medication that we have to be looking out for as far as our liver health is concerned.
Okay, there goes your list. Now, before we continue, just a quick plug. This is my book on managing high blood pressure with lifestyle approach. Links to get the book right below this very video. Now, I'm hoping that you got some value from this very video. By the way, what all of this means is that if you are affected by any of these, then obviously your doctor has to look for alternatives for you. Very, very important, because your liver has an incredible capacity to heal itself. But if you keep insulting it all the time, then of course it's going to lose that potential to heal itself. So I'm hoping that you got some value from this very video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, please like the video, and also please share this video with your friends, your family, with your colleagues. If you got any questions, any comments regarding the content of this video presentation, go ahead, leave your questions or comments down below. I think that's it for this very video. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.